Hello air signs, this is your reading for the next 7 days. I'm going to be starting with Aquarius, then Libra and then Gemini. As ever, bear in mind that it can be a switched reading. This might be someone that you're connecting with. It might not be your own energy I'm picking up on. So Aquarius, I'm going to start with the brown bear spirit with the medallion in reverse. And I think the reason I was reminded to say that is because I have used my cartomancy deck here and I have got the King of Cups on this. So this is normally the person I'm reading for example. It can be like your soulmate, the man of your dreams, or this could be his reading, so to speak. He is connected with his natural partner here, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Hearts. And I don't think that's you, because you're the Queen of Swords in reverse, and that's how I normally read your energy, Aquarius. And this Queen of Wands, if you remember, has come through a couple of times in your reading, so just bear that in mind. So the brown bear spirit, take time out. This is a card of retreat. This might be a week where you or this person is choosing really not to engage. It might be a week where a lot of rest is needed, you know, a lot of sleep, a lot of dreaming. Not a lot of action has been taken here. I feel someone is kind of like pulling back their energy because the medallion is in reverse, and either they're not reaching for a goal, you or they, this week, or there's something that's troubling you or them. I'm just going to say them because it is the King of Hearts that's here. This is an object. This is a desire. It can be any sort of, you know, object or talisman here, but I just see it as an object of desire that someone is normally reaching for. When it's in reverse here, this is something that can speak of an inheritance. I don't think it's anything to do with that. I just think there is a goal or desire that someone maybe was reaching for, is no longer reaching for, or this is just been a week when somebody is choosing to, you know, take a back seat. And really that's what the brown bear is suggesting, that now is not a time to, like, you know, push forward. You might be a little bit grizzly when the bear comes through. This can be someone who's a bit narky as well. But as I say, it is clarified with the King of Hearts. So then I've got the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and now I've got the Ace of Pentacles. And honestly, this Ace of Pentacles is representative of the medallion in reverse. And this is a straight up duel, if you like, between you and another feminine. Now, I don't know if that's something you're aware of or not, but I find it interesting that the Queen of Swords is out the window here. So if this is your energy, she has the Ace of Spades, which is a very, very hard card. It can speak of, like, you know, a sudden ending, isolation. It does speak of death sometimes, but I'm not saying anything like that, so don't freak out. But there is an ending that is ultimately transformative. Now, this may be your choice to remove yourself with this situation, or if this is someone who has, you know, maybe you've been like, you know, the mistress or an option, they might be choosing to stick with their partner, so to speak. They might no longer be reaching in your direction if they were interested in having a third party. The reason I say that is because you are clarified with a Don Juan and the shapeshifter here. Now, obviously, I don't think my Queen of Swords in reverse is a Don Juan. That's usually my masculine card. I would see that, you know, if it was a feminine energy, it would come through as a femme fatale. But, you know, you can switch your genders if that's, you know, fits your story. This is someone I feel who's been dealing with someone who's been trying to lure them in, who is very seductive, who is a bit of a playboy here. And with the shapeshifter is pretty much someone who's prepared to say whatever is necessary, prepared to, you know, lie, just to suit their personal agenda. So I don't know if you've been dealing with someone and you don't know they're married, you don't know they have a girlfriend or a partner, but they do, ultimately, is what I'm saying here, because the Queen of Wands reversed, who's also in reverse, so you may be having issues with the Queen of Wands as well, is the Queen of Hearts. And she would normally be the soulmate, the client, but, you know, when you see the King and Queen of Hearts together, then this is like a pre-existing marriage, or it is like an abiding love, or it is a couple that have history. Now, she is in reverse, which might suggest, you know, she's troubled just now. She's maybe excluded herself. Maybe he's having to, like, you know, take a complete back step because the feminine energies he was engaged with, his own partner and someone else, are having nothing more to do with him. And even the Empress is in reverse at the base of the deck here. You know, the mother, the wife, marriage, birth, and the High Priestess. That can suggest there's some sort of secret here, maybe a secret wife, or a secret wedding, a secret you know, birth, secret child. There's something secret here. Well, this Empress feminine energy is keeping stum. Now, the Queen of Wands is a vampire. I mean, honestly, a vampire and a damsel. A damsel. This can be someone who's waiting for their knight in shining armor, for someone to come and save them. This is someone who is either chronically drained dealing with someone, or is someone who drains other people of their life force, so to speak. She can be, you know, codependent. She can be someone who complains and whinges and moans a lot. But she's someone who is, you know, either sucking the life out of someone or someone is sucking the life out of her. I think she is more of an issue because your cards from my Fairy Oracle deck are actually really nice. I've got Honesty, I have Tobias of the Waters, and I have Indy in reverse here. So Honesty can be a card about confession. Sometimes it comes through. It's something you can see right through. I think this is saying to me that you are being transparent with who you are, if this is you. Being honest with yourself, being honest with others. There is, you know, maybe a fluctuation in emotions here. It is in the upright, which suggests, you know, meditation, serenity, handling emotional fluctuations relatively well, being very kind of accepting and, you know, honest. It feels like an incredibly soft energy for the Queen of Swords reverse. Now you've got Indy in reverse here, and now this can mean that you're struggling with a decision here. But when he's in reverse, it actually does say that you need more information here. You're actually needing to find out more, and you're correct if you are hesitating or being cautious with whatever it is situation that you're dealing with. It's not the time to make a decision because you simply don't have all the facts at hand. So as I say, for a Queen of Swords in reverse who can be bitter, angry, she's very, very cold. Your energy feels fine, and I don't know if this coldness or the fact you're in reverse with the Ace of Swords, Ace of Spades here, is that this is just how you feel about this situation. Now, the Queen of Wands in reverse, she's got Jehovah in reverse and the Singer of Transfiguration. So this is someone where there is caution required around them. This can be a bit of a troll. Is someone who can be projecting your fears into the future, someone who likes to scare us. It just can be a lot of fears here. And they're usually imaginary, but when Jehovah is in reverse, there is realistic caution that either she is being cautious or someone is cautious in terms of they're dealing with this woman. Ace of, and not the Ace, the Singer of Transfiguration, but it is in reverse here, and it is probably the best card in the deck. So it could just suggest that there is like a delay here. In terms of, you know, the phoenix rising from the ashes, in terms of getting a reward or a transformation. It is an incredibly positive card. So it might just suggest there's a delay, or it might just suggest that there is no reward here. So I don't really see that there's any kind of winners, but there is literally some sort of competition over who gets the Ace of Pentacles. And this is an opportunity, it's an offer. It can be a job, you know, maybe it's you and one other person up against one another for a job. You know, as I say, it could be a third party and somebody's like, you know, in competition here, because the Two of Spades here literally speaks of a duel. It can be somebody who's itching for a fight. There is a falling out here. I don't know if everyone's falling out with one another or it's just you and one other female. But yeah, there's definitely an issue here. If there hasn't been a separation, this would suggest that a separation is kind of imminent. Yes, did I say that right? Yeah, don't really know. I mean, it does feel like a very straightforward reading. So let's just see the connection between the current connection between the King of Hearts and the Queen of Hearts. The current connection between the King of Hearts and the Queen of Hearts in Aquarius' reading. You've got the Star. Now that can mean that the connection is the Aquarian, but this is a card of healing, hope, guidance, wish fulfillment. So as much as she's in reverse here, their connection seems incredibly positive. The connection between the King of Hearts and the Queen of Swords. Connection between the King of Hearts and the Queen of Swords for Aquarius. Connection between the King of Hearts and Queen of Swords. Eight of Cups in reverse. So there's still an emotional attachment here. Someone's not walked away emotionally. They might have walked away physically. There's some sort of failure here or perceived failure. Strength. It's a really lovely card. It's obviously about courage. And there's the Ace of Cups there. Perseverance. Someone has the strength, but ultimately it's not the strength to walk away. It almost feels like a certain amount of loyalty. Ace of Wands. Sex, passion, Four of Wands. Bloody hell. That's in the sun. I mean, that's like, you know, marriage. Stability. There is still a firm connection here between the King of Hearts and the Queen of Swords. And yet she does have the Ace of Spades. So either there's some sudden change and it's going to be fantastic, or she's just counting herself out, waiting for more information. But the connection between the King of Hearts and the Queen of Hearts is the Star, which is a beautiful card. Tell me more about the Star. Tell me more about the Star for the King and Queen of Hearts. Ace of Cups. Oh my god. This is literally like torn between two lovers. That's what I'm hearing. And then there's the Lovers in reverse. So there is currently a disconnect there. But there is a hope to heal this. And there is desire for someone else. This literally could be a straight up bigamist. Because under the Six of Cups, the soulmate, I've got soulmate all over this. There's the Seven of Swords and karma reverse, judgment reverse. There's someone lying here about either their marital status, who they want to be with, or the status of their current relationship. I'm going to leave it there, Aquarius. Let me know what resonates. I'm going to take you some advice. And the advice I'm taking is for the Queen of Swords, assuming that is the Aquarian energy. Advice for the Queen of Swords reversed. For this situation, advice for the Queen of Swords reversed. Next 7 days, Queen of Swords reversed, advice. Oh, got a flyer. It's broken arrow. It's peace. Peace and spiritual lessons. So, you know, make peace. I mean, as I say, there is some sort of duel here. Magic guarding. Either with the King of Hearts or with the Queen of Hearts. There is some sort of competition, separation, fight. And you have to make peace with that. I don't really see that as being an issue for you. I think this is a very calming, you know, sweet energy. I think someone here is just sat waiting on further information. But there is definitely still a powerful connection here. Nobody's emotionally detached. There's still passion. I don't honestly know if someone is like a bigamist or would like to be. Reiki. Okay, I'm going to leave it there and move on to Libra. Libra. Right, Libra. Again, I've just got, this might be a switched reading because, I don't know though. Let's see. We've got the Giraffe Spirit in reverse and we've got the Moth Spirit upright here. So basically there's some sort of obsession here, and this obsession is romantic because it's with the Heart card here. This can be with the Giraffe Spirit. What's it say? See the big picture. I feel that somebody's like, you know, zoned in on something. This is like a heat-seeking missile here. And it's not in a good way, because when the Moth card comes out, it does speak that somebody is kind of tipped over the edge in terms of like a relentless pursuit and an obsession. It's something that's developed into an obsession. And I feel with the mice here on the Giraffe Spirit that this feels like a loss of balance. This feels like someone kind of tipping over the edge here. The giraffe can speak about sticking your neck out too far, setting your sights too high, reaching up too high, and not looking at where your feet are. There is instability here because the mice is suggesting a loss, some sort, maybe a theft, but I'm actually seeing it as a loss in terms of someone being able to see the bigger picture because they're zoned in on a romantic relationship. There might be someone who's very keen to, you know, get engaged with the ring here. This is a feminine energy, Libra, presumably yours. You might be very keen to get engaged, to get married, to connect with someone. to initiate a new cycle, but ultimately it is saying to me that there is a loss of balance here and someone is tipped over the edge into something that's become obsessive in the pursuit of love. 7 of Wands reversed, High Priestess reversed, 7 of Coins reversed, 2 sevens here, speaking of, lessons. The 7 of Wands reversed can speak that somebody's boundaries are a bit blurred. That's what I'm sort of feeling. It sometimes comes through to me as kind of like somebody's not got a leg to stand on here, They have like a position that's not defensible. There are obstacles here. I don't know, someone's wanting to fight for something that they maybe shouldn't be fighting for. I feel that there's some sort of falling out here because the 7 of Coins reverse, which can speak of impatience, a poor investment. I'm kind of feeling it's impatience here. It's with the King of Spades, and he can literally be a criminal. I mean, these what do you call them, a cartomancy deck, in terms of I read about maybe 3 or 4 books at the time, and I took from them the the most common, but he came through. He's a very powerful individual. He can be vicious. He's not the guy you want to see show up in your reading. Basically, he can literally be like an executioner. He can be someone who's a male rival. He can be very wrathful, and he's got the 5 of Spades as well, which is a really bad card. This is the masculine energy. I've got a feminine up here. I don't know if this is a masculine energy in pursuit of a feminine or feminine energy in pursuit of a masculine, but whatever this connection is, somebody is in the dark with a High Priestess here. It could be that there's a secret coming out, and the secret could be that it's something from the past with the 6 of Hearts here. It could be in connection with a friend. It can sometimes say that there's like unconditional love, but it can also speak of a bad enemy. To see this coming up with the King of Spades here, the 5 of Spades can be a card of divorce, and it's also saying that it's the fault of someone, so to speak. It can speak of sickness, illness, pain, tears. Take a wee bit more on it. Someone is in the dark here. The High Priestess is in reverse. Somebody's not using their intuition. Someone's not able to see something here. The 2 of Swords has not even been prepared to see something. Not prepared to look at something. Someone's got their head in the clouds here. They've got fixated on something, and there's something very, very off. Tell me about the 7 of Wands for Libra. 8 of Cups and the Knight of Coins. This is either a earth sign, or this is someone walking away from a job. Knight of Coins can often speak to me about work. So there's an emotional disconnect here. There's been some sort of falling out. There's some sort of fight here, and someone is choosing to walk away. The High Priestess reverse for Libra. There's the 2 of Swords again. So that's in reverse now. Speaking of making a decision might be like not to travel, not to communicate. Somebody may have a secret here. Somebody may be aware of what the secret is and they're not choosing to share it. 7 of Coins, reverse for Libra. Judgment, 4 of Swords, Magician. This is a very, very tricky individual. I'm going to take an archetype on him. This is a very tricky individual. There's a lot of impatience is what I'm getting. 7 of Coins reverse, 4 of Swords reverse. If somebody wants to kind of get up and get going and get something done, make something happen. Somebody wants someone to make a decision, or they want to make a decision. But Magician in reverse is scattered energy. Doesn't necessarily mean trickery. Here I feel it's more like somebody's kind of scattered in their thoughts. Tell me who this King of Spades is for Libra. King of Spades for Libra. Doesn't need to be trickster energy. Hello. Trickster. Manipulation. And it's something to do with communication here. With a networker. This can be somebody who's like, spreading lies or rumours about someone. This is somebody you can be like sharing your secret information. This is someone you maybe think is a friend or a colleague, and they're not. They're not a friend. Secret in reverse, inability to commit to a path once found. So someone who's like always kind of on the go. I'm just getting this real impatient energy, and they're not a hero. So someone who can be a bit of an escapist, someone who fancies themselves as a bit of a hero. They're not. And the prostitute. So crikey Libra, I don't know what the score is here. I don't know who is the obsessed one, but someone is obsessed with a connection, with a romantic relationship. They've literally tipped over the edge. They're not seeing things properly here, and there's a lot of impatient. Somebody wants something to happen. Maybe somebody wants someone to get theirs, you know, because there is some sort of battle here. Okay, I'm going to take some advice, Libra. Advice for Libra. Doesn't sound like my normal Libra readings, but High Priestess. Harness mystic power and honor your inner knowing here. This is about getting focused, practically focused, to the point that you might need to write things down, make a list, you know, score things off every other day, that you have made progress, you have focused on something healthy. Somebody here is focused on the wrong thing. Okay, and Gemini. Gemini, you have got the parrot spirit, and this says watch your words. This can be any sort of words. It can be spoken communication. It can be, you know, emails, texting, social media posts, that sort of thing. It can be that someone is, you know, spreading rumors, or someone is like parroting someone else's information. It can sort of be like a very squawky, argumentative energy as well. It's come through with the heart, so something, you know, this is like the home, so to speak, but this can be in connection with a romance. I got the lilies and the bear, and when I get this combination, I often see this as the mother and the father. So this could be your own parents, for example, that are, you know, maybe each other's throat here. If it's not that, then the bear can be very aggressive, very dominant, you know, overpowering, can also be a boss, a manager. This would be someone who's older man or older female. It's not showing me either way, but somebody needs to watch their words. Now it could be this King of Wands, because he is in reverse here. We've also got the Seven of Pentacles. We have got the Ten of Swords reversed, and we've got the Empress reversed. There is arguments here, and it is with the feminine energy, and it may well be the mother, because the Empress is here as well. So the King of Wands is how you're coming through. It is the first card. It's probably your energy. Let me just see. Show me this King of Wands for Gemini. I want to come out. It's got the Ace of Hearts and the 4. This can be someone who's feeling lonely, or who's looking for love, with the heart being here. There's a lot of 4s here. I don't know, I think there was another one. Tell me about the King of Wands for Gemini. Maybe someone who's waiting on new love, kind of like, you know, waiting on tenterhooks here. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of waiting. He's a miser and he's a gossip. Somebody needs to watch their mouth. Someone may have betrayed someone, or, you know, shared a secret, passed on private information. He's in reverse. I'm reading him more on his shadow side here, but he's also someone who's looking for love, who may be lonely. Maybe their existing relationship is a wee bit bland. They're maybe trying to spice things up. I don't know. But he's someone who is talking about someone else. He's sharing his personal secrets here. And it's ultimately going to end up in an ending if it hasn't already. He is waiting. But there's no news. There's not a lot of growth here, basically, with the Four of Diamonds. There's not a lot of growth for this individual. It might be in terms of finding new love here. They might be speaking to a lot of people, but there's something wrong in terms of how someone communicates here. And maybe not speaking from the heart. They're not speaking lovingly. They're aggressive in their speech, basically. And the Ten of Swords here speaks about either a very slow, long, drawn out ending. It can be a betrayal involving the Empress, the mother, the wife, a pregnancy. And there might have been, like, there's tears here. This is like war. This is like, if it's not happened already, this is saying with this combination that heads will roll. Something has been said or will be said. Someone is going to share private information and heads will roll. This could be to do with career, with the Seven of Pentacles being here. But I think it's more to do with this Empress. There's an argument here, the Eight of Spades. This is shouting, arguing, problems, long-standing grievances. Now, again, there is something to do with work here, I think, involving, I mean, this, because we have the bear and it can be the manager, the boss. I mean, the Empress could be, you know, a feminine. This can be shop talk. This can be gossip. This is people getting together, and you know, it just ending up in an argument, in a fight, bitching. And somebody's gone into lockdown here. It might be because we are in lockdown, maybe something like that. But the Four of Hearts can speak of like something that's locked down. It's like a box. It's a trunk. It can be like a hope chest here. But ultimately, the bottom line here, somebody is talking out of turn. And you know, it might be something they've been waiting on. It might be to do with an investment or a job. But basically, this Ten of Swords with the Empress here is saying to me, heads will roll because somebody has opened their gob and they are gossiping. And it's this King of Wands. Show me the King of Wands with Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords. Join them up. There's another four. Ten of Swords and the Empress. Two of Cups. This is a breakup. I've got the Mother at the base of the deck again in terms of the Queen of Cups here. This King of Wands may have been waiting for something, may have been attempting to renew a relationship or a connection. With the Nine of Wands here, this is somebody who's not persevering. It's also somebody who's crashed and burned, who's hit the rocks, who's not made it through the past, so to speak. There's holding back here. There's selfish energy. There's stubborn energy. Yeah. Somebody needs to watch their mouth. Give me advice for Gemini. Advice for Gemini. The Winter. The Wolf. Take care of your needs. I don't know who the advice is for. But this is basically, there's the Mother. It's for the Mother. It's for the Empress at the end here. Or saying somebody needs to take care of a feminine energy here. So winter can be a timeline indicator as to when this is likely to come out, if there has been, you know, words spoken or gossip spread. But this is about going it alone. This is about taking care of your needs first and foremost before anyone else. And it can often come through when someone is a bit alone, is a bit depressed, isn't feeling particularly brilliant. And it is about self-care. Someone needs to look after themselves. And the Mother Earth is there. Feel loved and comforted. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. That's the reading for the week. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Dip forward a wee bit.